I will explain how to use the UV Direct Writer. 1. Product description. This product is a device that draws patterns with a UV laser beam for microlithography. It supports raster scan method by importing an image file to be used as a mask, and vector scan method that moves along a line when a line is drawn with the mouse. It is mainly used in the maskless lithography process using positive PR for the production of semiconductor devices for several centimeter-sized chip units for research. It can be applied to manufacturing various research devices such as semiconductor devices, photovoltaic devices, and water-splitting devices. 1. Hardware description. It is made based on a 405 nanometer laser diode as a light source, and the photocurrent of the photodiode is designed to be up to 100 microampere. At the front of the instrument is a sample stage connected to a scanner, on top of which is a microscope objective. The objective can be manually rotated to select magnifications of 5x, 10x, 20x, or 50x. Similar to the method of using an optical microscope in general, you can observe the substrate at a lower magnification and move to a higher magnification to precisely determine the area to be patterned. There is a power switch and USB connector on the back of the equipment. The USB connector must be connected to the USB 3.0 port of the operating PC. The camera does not work with USB 2.0. Sample wafer mounting. This product uses a red LED light as illumination to observe the substrate without sensitizing the PR. For research device fabrication, a chip-level wafer substrate measuring 1 to 2 centimeters is placed in the center of the stage. Wafer size. This product provides a wide stage that can accommodate patterns up to 2 centimeters in size and wafers up to 5 centimeters in size. Since it has a wide Z-axis control range of more than 1 centimeter, it can be applied to various types of wafers without limiting the substrate thickness. If the thickness of the wafer is different, you can do coarse focusing at low magnification and fine focusing by moving to higher magnification step by step. XY position of the sample. To place the sample to be measured at the laser focus, first press the Illuminate On button in the right menu of the app. When the light is turned on, you can see red light coming down through the objective lens onto the surface of the sample. Just place the area you want to pattern where the red light shines. Moving the sample is operated using the keyboard or app menu. Pressing the arrow keys on the keyboard moves the stage in 100 micrometer increments. For example, the right arrow key moves the sample to the right, and you will see the image on the screen move to the right as well. Shortcut button. When the camera capture button is pressed, the light is temporarily turned on. The microscope image is captured and displayed on the screen, and the light is turned off automatically. Use this button when you want to observe the sample with minimal exposure to prevent damage to the PR. The Wide View button is a function that moves the scanner and collects 9 surrounding images to display a large area image when observing a wide screen. Video. When the On button is pressed, the video image read by the camera mounted on the microscope is displayed on the main window in real time, and when the Off button is pressed, the video image output is stopped. The number displayed in the Writing Area window shows the maximum pattern size. This value can be changed by entering the writing configuration menu. Laser. The numbers displayed in the window show the laser strength in real time during the writing process. Also, if you enter a number in the input window and hit enter, you can temporarily adjust the intensity of the laser. The range of numbers that can be entered is from 0.1 to 5. Press the On button to turn on the laser and press the Off button to turn off the laser. Illuminate. When the On button is pressed, the red LED light for sample observation connected to the objective lens is turned on, enabling observation of the sample surface. Press the Off button to turn off the light. When you press the Focus button, the automatic focusing process is executed. During this process, you can check the process of adjusting the focus while the Z-axis motor moves through the screen. The laser and sample radio buttons right next to the focus button are buttons for checking the focal height of the laser focus and the position of the sample surface, respectively. When you press the sample button, the light turns on and the laser turns off. On the other hand, if you press the laser button, the laser turns on and the light turns off. At the same time, the Z value is automatically changed according to the set focal height. Press this button when you want to check the focal height and the size of the laser spot. It is not necessary to press it in normal use. Position display and change. Next to the Position button, each of X, Y, Z shows the current position of the scanner motor. If you enter a number in the corresponding window and press enter, the motor moves to the position corresponding to the number. The units here are micrometers. However, when moving in the z-axis direction, make sure that the distance from the objective lens is sufficiently far before moving. There are plus and buttons next to the z-display window, which move in the z-axis direction by 1 micrometer. Also, pressing the arrow keys on the keyboard moves them in 100 micrometer increments. For example, the right arrow key moves the sample to the right, and you will see the image on the screen move to the right as well. Also, if you press the page up and page down keys, it moves by 10 micrometers in the Z direction, and if you keep pressing the keys, it moves continuously. Status notification window. The information window displays the current app operating status. Progress notification window. The progress window informs you of the progress while drawing the pattern. Time notification window. The time estimated window informs you of the total time spent in the scanning process and the estimated total time. When the blink button is pressed, the laser turns on and off for the time corresponding to the number in the input window. It is used for the purpose of drawing patterns one by one or testing laser light intensity control. Draw line. There are 1, 3, 6, 10 number buttons and an erase button. This button is for vector line drawing, and if you press the number button, you can draw a line with the line width corresponding to the number. After clicking this button, left-clicking a specific position on the microscope image sets the starting point of the line. In this state, moving the mouse and clicking the next point draws a straight line up to this point. You can draw a polyline by clicking consecutive points. Meanwhile, right-click to finish drawing the line. If you want to erase an incorrectly drawn line, press the erase button and click the line with the mouse to erase it. Mask pattern loading. If you press the show button, the image captured by the microscope camera, the mask image imported from the file, and the lines drawn through line drawing are overlapped. The all button is identical to the show button, except that it zooms out to show the full extent of the writing area. The zoom in and zoom out buttons zoom in and out by one level. When you press the mask button, the mask image saved in the PC is loaded and displayed on the screen. If you want to change this image, you can do so by selecting the image menu in the file menu. If you want to erase the mask image, use the Erase Mask menu in the Raster Scan menu. Camera configuration, gain, and expo. Windows are values for manual adjustment of the amplification rate and exposure time of the camera, respectively. When observing a sample, this value can be changed as it is set to auto, and when focusing the laser, you must enter the minimum value set as default for gain and expo. To check the focus in detail, the Auto button in Camera Control is a button that automatically adjusts the exposure time and amplification rate of the camera, and is mainly used when monitoring the surface of a sample. At the bottom of the right menu are plus X, X, plus Y, Y, plus Z, Z buttons. Click or hold on them to move them in that direction. It moves by 10 micrometers per click. Start writing. Pressing this button starts drawing the pattern. If you want to stop patterning, you can click this button once more or left-click anywhere in the main window. At this time, when a new message window appears, confirm once more and decide whether to stop or continue patterning. Even when patterning is finished or stopped, the screen image is automatically saved. Menu description. File menu. Using Import Image or Import Alignment Mark, you can import the pattern saved in the PC. If you have already drawn a line, you can also import the saved line using Import Line Pattern. You can save the pattern you want to draw by selecting the Save Image menu. Even if you do not select this menu, once you draw a pattern, the image is automatically saved. A folder marked with the current date and time is automatically created in the data folder on the desktop. And the data is automatically saved whenever measurement is finished. Settings. In the Configuration menu, you can change writing conditions or overall settings of connected devices. Selecting Writing Configuration brings up the Configuration dialog box. The Line Drawing Mode checkbox can be checked when making a pattern by drawing a line with the mouse. In the Writing Area combo box, select the length of one side of the square size to write. In general, you can choose a size of 4 to 5 mm, including the contact pad on the chip unit. Choosing a larger value allows you to build devices that are larger but will take longer. 1/1000th of the writing area corresponds to the step size, and this value determines the resolution of the image-based raster scan pattern. Depending on this value, the magnification factor value is also automatically determined. Vector scans based on single-line drawing are not limited by this resolution. Laser intensity value can be set in 3 cases. It is divided into 1. Case of filling the surface in the center. 2. Case of filling the surface outside, and 3. Case of drawing a line. 1. When filling the surface in the center. A medium laser power is displayed in the inside input window as a default for fine drawing. 2. When filling the outer surface. The line spacing is widened with high laser power in order to proceed at a high speed. The corresponding laser power is displayed in the outside input window. 3. In case of drawing a line. A low value is set by default so that fine lines can be drawn by lowering the laser output. This value is displayed in the line input window and the user can directly change the value. All of these values can be changed by the user. Writing speed means the speed at which the laser focus moves. 1. When filling the central face, the velocity is indicated inside. 2. When filling the outer side, the speed is marked outside. 3. When drawing lines, draw at different speeds depending on the line width. Scan at high speed when drawing thin lines and at slow speed when drawing thick lines. The line width is divided into 4 steps of 1, 3, 6, and 10 micrometers depending on the writing speed. Since this value can vary depending on the thickness and characteristics of the photoresist, the user can find and change it to an appropriate value. Current position shows the X and Y position of the current scanner. The user enters a value here and presses Go to move to that location. Laser position means the location of the laser focus. The position of the laser focus is set to an appropriate value at the time of release, but since the position may change over time, it needs to be adjusted once a month. If the laser is turned on while the sample is focused, the laser is too bright and it is difficult to see the center of focus on the screen. In this case, you can check the center of focus by lowering the camera gain value, and you can save the position by right-clicking the mouse. Plus X, plus Y, X. Y in step motion allows the scanner to move in each direction as much as the value recorded in the input window in the center. The values set above are saved by pressing the Set button and finished by pressing the Done button. Device configuration, Arduino port number. When the Arduino processor is normally connected is checked. In order to reconnect the Arduino processor because the connection is not normal, you need to know the corresponding COM port number. Enter the correct port number and click the Initialize button. At this time, if connected normally, connected will be checked. The standa equipment is built in as a motor for operating the scanner. If the stander motor does not move temporarily, unplug and reconnect the USB cable and press the Initialize button to reconnect. Standa motors X, Y, Z are used exceptionally for the purpose of changing each axis. When this app is installed on a new PC, each axis can be changed and set, so in this case, if the axis set on the app and the axis connected to the actual motor are different, change this value so that it can be set correctly. Since the value once set is saved in the PC, there is no need to set it again. If your bezel or camera temporarily fails, you can restart it by pressing the Camera Initialize button to initialize the built-in camera. Raster writing refers to the process of writing by filling in the surface. The raster writing menu includes functions to load mask patterns and check target patterns. In the Find Edges menu, you can check the process of finding the edges of patterns and grouping them through grouping. Pattern results can be predicted in advance through Simulate Writing and can be previewed with Final Pattern. All of the above processes are automatically performed during the writing process, so the user does not have to check them one by one. If you do not like the currently loaded image, select Erase Mask Pattern to erase the loaded mask image. Vector writing means writing in the way of drawing lines. Click Start Vector Writing to start writing, and click Stop to stop writing. Delete All Lines is used to delete all lines drawn on the screen. Mouse and keyboard operation. Mouse operation. Drag the mouse to mark a specific area of the camera image as a rectangle to set that area as the scan area. If you left-click on a point with the mouse, a message window will appear. If you click Yes at this time, you can move the point to the center of the screen, or if you click No, you can move the point to the position of the laser focus. Keyboard operation. You can move the sample in the X-axis direction by using the right and left arrow keys. Each click moves 100 micrometers. Use the up and down arrow keys to move in the Y-axis direction. Laser focus setting. The position of the laser focus is set to an appropriate value at the time of shipment, but it needs to be adjusted once a month because the position may change over time. If the laser is turned on while the sample is focused, the laser is too bright and it is difficult to see the center of focus on the screen. In this case, if you darken the entire screen by lowering the camera gain value, you can accurately check the center of focus. If you right-click the center of the focus point, a dialog box asking if you want to change the focus location will appear. If you click yes at this time, the laser focus location will be saved. The once saved position is memorized even after restarting the PC, and the focus position can be changed again at any time.